They're just wanting to try so hard. At that age, they want to please you. They want to learn. They want to do well.
I get to impart teaching, and not just letters and numbers, but also like God's love.
Their eyes are so in awe and wonder of all these amazing new things that they're learning. It's a blessing to be able to impart that onto them.
I just really feel like it's such a gift that God has given me.
My name is Denia Gillies and I'm a prep teacher here at TCC.
My name is Andy Richley and I'm a prep teacher at TCC.
From a prep perspective, we're the first staff that they get to know well. We need to make sure they're comfortable and help them to navigate that journey well. In the preparation for them coming to prep, they have an interview with our head of primary, so they get to know them and they discuss their little one and their individual needs and requirements. We often will visit some of the kindies in our local area to introduce ourselves and so that they have a familiar face. And then we have an orientation the year before so that they can see the classroom and meet some of the teachers and have a look at some little friends that they might have the following year. Then we have a get ready day, so that's leading up to before school starts, and they can come and have a little face-to-face meeting and have a look around and feel comfortable with the space before they have to actually start school.
It's also important for the parents to hear what we do at TCC during the day, especially in those first few weeks.
We have little catch-up meetings with the parents for the last 10 minutes of the day for the first couple of weeks,
because the children come home and mum or dad will say, "Oh, so what'd you do in prep today?" "Nothing."
Just so they are well informed of what is happening.
Just be able to have those conversation starters with their children.
We make sure their name's up on the wall and the door when they come, so they can feel like it's their little home and they feel like they belong. So just little things like that we try to put in place before they get there, so it's a welcoming place.
You're doing all that you can to build that bond and that relationship. And then once they've got that trust and they've got that bond with you, everything else just falls into place.
So the prep students have a Year 6 buddy that they have when they come to prep that they do things with throughout the year. We meet once a week and have morning tea together. The kids love getting to know them. They like seeing their Year 6 buddy around the school and give them a wave. It makes them feel loved and important and welcome.
Maybe even they've never been placed in an educational setting before, so even giving them the social skills to interact with other children and make friends, just get them to feel really comfortable.
So our first week of prep, the children finish at 1 o'clock, so that gives them, I think, that week to just ease into it. They're not doing a full 5 days. And then we can spend that time meeting with parents or meeting with families to discuss any individual family needs or questions they might have. And we also have our Edumate portal, so we're doing daily posts on that initially, just explaining what we've been doing each day. And then throughout the year, we have a weekly Edumate post where we explain this is what we're covering that week. We find the Edumate portal helpful in that way, so that they can be informed and they know where to go to find information. It's just about really early on in the year especially having really open, clear communication, because it is new and different to come to the school and you don't know when we have to bring this thing in for PE or something else. So it's just making sure they know what's happening and when it's happening. I love that we get to see them for exactly who they are.
They're all at different levels of maturity.
So it's just seeing who that little person is and where they're at, and how can we help you to achieve the best you can achieve by the end of the year. There's no exact same end goal for each of them. What we've found when we've taken that pressure off is that they're still achieving what they were achieving before or even higher, but there's just no pressure on them. Let's see what a 4 or 5-year-old is capable of and let's go with them on that journey. In saying that, there's also a level of discipline in the classroom, and part of being a 4 or 5-year-old is that. And sometimes that's really easy for them and sometimes it can be really tricky. And so it's about getting alongside families and I guess having tricky conversations. Often what we're seeing at school is something you're seeing at home. So we'll have a meeting and say, let's work together to best help this little one to be focused at school. We want them to love learning. We want them to want to come here every day. So we've done a lot of research in the last few years about the best way that this age group learns.
So we run a play-based program here at TCC. which obviously is very beneficial for 4 and 5-year-old children.
So yes, teaching them the alphabet and numbers, but how can we do that so they're really engaged? And how can we do that so they want to learn more?
Making the learning meaningful for them by learning through play.
So we do a lot of hands-on, a lot of movement, a lot of, I guess, growing the whole little person from a gross motor perspective, from a fine motor perspective, from personal development and social development.
We encourage all children to play with a multitude of children. All of those social interactions are so important in prep. And obviously us as educators, we're here to guide that.
Making sure we're including things that sometimes are probably left to the bottom of the list.
The reason why we do things like this at TCC is because it works. We see the results.
They come and they have a lot of fun and they learn to love school, and that's what we want them to do.
We want to get them ready for schooling life, setting them up really, really well.
So I feel like God has placed each of the children here for us to love and to care for and to help to learn. It's about carrying yourself in a way to show them that without shouting it.
We're very upfront with families about our Christianity. We're not hiding away from it. We are a Christian school.
It's in everything that we do. It's a daily thing that is encompassed in all of the learning and all the education that takes place.
We're very intentional about making sure children have a multitude of ways of learning a concept here at TCC.
So one of the events that we do is we celebrate the first day of winter. So we learn about seasons and the weather. And so part of that is that we'd had this fun, wintry, cold day where we all come in pajamas and we do all wintry based activities. And it is a fun, enjoyable day, but it also adds to our learning about weather and seasons and how things change and how God's made the earth do these amazing things. We've got our 100 days of school, which is based around our counting and learning and mathematics. Every day we come to school, we count each day that we're here. And then our 100th day of school, the children come and have a celebration. And we've got our Milo's birthday party, which celebrates the learning that we do through our phonics program, based around a character called Milo.
And he invites all of his friends to his parties.
And so each week, Milo invites a new friend to his birthday. And each week, the friend introduces a new letter of the alphabet.
So for instance, this week we're learning about Izzy insect.
We have a special birthday party to celebrate Milo's birthday and to meet all of his friends there. A culmination, really.
And it just makes their learning more meaningful too.
It's just them loving learning and loving coming here to TCC. So another event that we hold every year is the Mother's Day Gala, giving them opportunity to spend a special evening with their little one, building community and getting around each other and going, you know what, it's sometimes tough being a mum and we get it and we want to celebrate you in this one special evening. So we do the same with the fathers. We have a special Father's Day evening and all the dads come along with their little one. A lot of the parents come away going, wow, we really appreciated just having this time carved out one-on-one. We just want to honour families. We have a lot of events throughout the year and just trying to honour that.
What would I say to parents considering an education here at TCC? Just go for it because you won't regret it.
Come and take a look and see what it's like. See the classroom and see the children and see how much they enjoy it. And we really value you as the parent and your little one and the input they can have in the classroom.
You go and ask any one of these little people if they love coming here and their answer will be yes.
The most satisfying part is end of term 4 because
just their excitement and their wonderment in their learning.
They have just blown us away. They have grown so much. They have learnt so many things and they're just this amazing little person.
When that light bulb moment goes off, you're just like, oh, wow.